They have a ridiculous arc on the hammers, I forgot. That's probably the reason you would kill them. That last segment is honestly the spot that I wish I'd have Yoshi for, though. Just for the sole fact that you could eat the boomerangs and throw it back at the Boomerang Bros. Because the fact you gotta take on 3 of those creeps without getting hit is kind of hard. That's probably the hardest part of Perfect Run, quote-unquote, to make a terrible pun, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, that last segment with the Boomerang Bros is probably the hardest part. Though generally I have a lot of trouble with the spot where you gotta jump across the... Well, the part with the pole stars. The spot before the pole stars is this area that I have the most trouble with. Not sure if that's the best way to explain, but the part before the pole stars, not this one, but just the part where you have to jump over and back and forth between the lasers is what I have difficulty with. Bye, Yoshi. Have fun. It's kind of a shame that the Toads say the same thing. I was kind of hoping that they would say something else, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Guess if I can do this correctly this time. There we go. That's how it's done right there. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it this time. I'll take that. Jump down. Make sure that you spin a little bit late on that one, because if you spin and, you know, the clouds get a little bit of height on them, then you might hit the top of the laser anyway, and you don't want that, so... Try to avoid it as best you can, because I know I did that a lot whenever I first played this galaxy. And I mean a lot, a lot. It was really bad. And I'd say the first time playing, in addition to the part before the pole stars, this was probably the segment that gave me the most trouble, whether I had the clouds with me or not. And the key is just to go slowly here. Like, it will do 3 rings, you know it's going to shoot 3 rings out, and then it's going to stop for a second. So wait for it to stop, and then go. I'm just going to go and use a cloud here. Oh, cool! That actually helped a lot. Dude, it couldn't reach me from there. That little circle right there is designed to show you where it was. I wasn't in that ring when it hit me. That's stupid. If you're going to show the circumference of the ring, you gotta at least do it right. Oh, I thought I'd be able to get out of that. That would've been kinda amazing if I went under the platform and managed to grab it, but no. Now, even though I did get the 81, or however many it was, I think it was 81 lives from grinding for the star bits, if you actually already had all the star bits, like you had the galaxy unlocked, but you know, you're back to your 5-10 lives, depending on whether the male toad gave you something or not, you can always use the coins that you've gotten through all the previous galaxies and go to one of the warp pipes that's in, or on, I should say, that's on Starship Mario, because it will have 2 different Lumas that you can pay them coins to roll chance cubes for 1-ups. And I think there's one where you can pay, like, I think it's 10 coins? I'm not entirely sure, I think it's 10. To roll 5 dice, and the dice will have... One side will be a star bit, 4 of the 6 sides will have a 1-up, and then 1 of the 6 sides will have, I think, 3 or 5 1-ups. So that's a pretty good way to get lives very quickly since you're not using your coins for anything else. So if you want to do that, you're more than able to. Since I can't climb up that. But I think that's what I did the first time that I was getting set up for this galaxy, because I knew from watching other people play it, despite the fact I got the game early, I didn't finish it because I got really sick and tired of the green stars. I didn't finish it until probably like, oh jeez, probably about 6 months after getting it, somewhere in there. I took a break from it for a couple months is the point. So I'd seen other people play it, I knew exactly what to expect, and I knew it was going to be difficult because you know, there was a lot of people that game over, that died, etc. on this stage. So I knew I was going to be taking a lot of lives to, you know, correctly do the perfect run. So I knew going into it that I was probably going to want as many extra lives as I could possibly get. Okay, something about that backflip trick's not working right now. Hopefully it'll work here. I'm just longing about this. Okay, so unfortunately I missed that collab. Perhaps I'm going with 1. Had I hit it, I'd be going in with 3, which would be really nice, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. Dude, I was in the air! I long jumped that. You could see Mario drop after he got hit. I was very clearly in the air there. That's stupid. Also, a forewarning, if you take too long in this first area, the pattern on the enemy things that are flying around will kind of shift around and make it really hard to get through here, so once you start this segment, just start going immediately. Do not wait. Because if you do, then you're probably going to mess with the order and then you're going to hit 1. Unless you want to just stand on the same little flower thing going back and forth waiting for it to go back to, you know, the order it was supposed to be at. Alright, there's that. You think this segment right here would be really hard, but I actually haven't had too much difficulty with it. I've been screwing up because I've been gambling on, you know, trying to pull off fancy jumps in order to make it go faster, because since you're riding on the wind current, you kind of have to, you know, go at its pace rather than the pace that you would normally go at, which I would prefer would be faster. But there's not much you can do about it, unfortunately. At least it's not a side-scroller. It could be a side-scroller, and that would suck. Had it been a side-scroller, I think I would have probably lost my mind, waiting for it multiple times. You'll notice that I am letting myself fall downwards on a couple of these, because a couple minutes ago I had that problem, I think, twice in a row. If you just, like, go as fast as you can here, well, you do want to go quickly. If you go as fast as you can, whenever you're getting pulled from one thing to another, there might be a bomb in your pathway if you do it immediately, and so you'll hit the bomb, and which will, of course, kill you since you only have 1 life. So make sure that you actually do pause in between those. Really, I don't need to give any advice for this one. You've seen me do this one multiple times now, and you could take different pathways if you wanted to, but you don't have to. And the only thing that can kill you are these laser guys, but they're so slow, and you're moving around the platform so much that they're never going to be able to get you. You'd have to stop or like have something weird happen with one of your turns in order for them to actually be able to hit you with the laser, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. There's still a threat, but that's probably the easiest segment you'll find in the perfect run, is that second one. One, two, long jump. I missed it again. Just a little bit too high on that. It's not like I have this down to a science or anything, so... I mean, I have ideas... Oh, what the heck just happened there? Like, I have ideas and pathways, but I do not have it down to a science. To me, if you have, like, the pattern down to a science, then I just don't enjoy it as much if I've got it down to a science. I like having the variables in there to some extent. Because, I mean, if it's planned out the same way every single time, it kind of loses replay value, doesn't it? Because once you've got those down pat, then it's like, well, just do the exact same. That's what part of the reason that makes Mario Kart more so enjoyable, despite the fact that getting hit by a blue shell is annoying. Because, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's annoying. If it was just like, you know, a race with no items and what have you, if it was just like a time trial, you could just get it down to a science and you'd get first place every single time without any difficulty. You know exactly what characters to use, what cart to use on what track. I mean, it wouldn't be difficult at all. At least not in the sense of, you know, different things happening. Even with the other racers, you'd know what drivers to look out for. You know which carts would be heavier than yours, lighter than yours, that could knock you around. You'd know the tracks, of course, so you'd know what works when, what shortcuts you should take, which ones you should avoid. I guess we're going this way. Okay. But see what I mean? Like, even though I didn't take the same pathway there, it still wasn't hard. Alright, fine, I guess we're staying on Yoshi. And now Yoshi goes away. I am flirting with disaster every time I try to make that jump, and I know I am. Almost hit that one, jeez. Yeah, I'm getting in there with 2, aren't I? Yep. I can get in there with, I can get in that launch star with 3, but it's hard to do. 2's fine though. I mean, if I had all 3, that'd be awesome. But is it easy to pull off? No, it's not. And I'd rather have a shot at continuing with 2 than try to go for 3 and fail. So. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use one. And I don't regret it either! Because after doing really well in that one attempt, I kind of screwed up a lot, so... Okay, cool, you don't even have to spin right there if you time it correctly. I'm just gonna screw that completely. Because I don't like trying to grab this pull star while that second laser block's trying to kill you. Because you have to be jumping and trying to grab the pull star at the same time, which you'd be surprised how often that can get you. It's kind of annoying, actually. Yeah, I screwed that up. Wait, no, don't go now. That Paragoomba's in the way. Okay, now I'm just like messing up a really easy segment here. Come on, Mr. Paragoomba. There we go. Can't just run face first into the laser. That's not gonna work. Since I've done that multiple times on a different segment, we know it doesn't work. So anyway, going back to the whole cloud flower jump, you know how it's different than Mario's jump messes you up thing? This is probably the segment that it messes you up the most on, I would say. Get out of here. Get rid of that. You? He just fell into the abyss. I thought I was gonna have to hit him again. Yeah, I bet you thought I was gonna die there, didn't you? Yeah, so did I. And you might be thinking, oh, the launch star, there's more. Oh, damn it, no. No, there's not more. Hello, Rosalina. How's it going? It's been a while. Mario, so you were the one who collected all the scattered stars. I want to thank you. Your deeds will live on in the memory of the cosmos. May the stars shine down on you. Okay, I know this is really dumb to be like flirting with disaster, but is there anything bad? Hey, there's a 1-up! Nice! I don't suppose you can go in here? No. She's still got that little bubble on her from the first game. Anything up here? Okay, you know what? No, you're running the moment, dude. Knock it off. Jeez. Ridiculous, boy! Ridiculous! So there you go. That is the perfect run, or a variation of the perfect run. I would not call that perfect, but in the sense of I did not get hit, then yes, it was perfect. In the sense of did it perfectly the fastest way possible? No, not even close. 20 minutes, 44 seconds, 11 milliseconds according to that timer at the bottom. My recording timer, which is obviously going to be a little bit different because of the stuff I did before there, is 23 minutes and 59 seconds right now. So sent to the message board. Well, I'll be. All your hard work has brought the Lady of the Shooting Stars right to our own little ship. Yep, she'll be right there. Feels like forever since we've seen each other, but she hasn't changed. You probably have been eating all those cookies and tacos. Man, I wish I had some tacos. I want to give you my thanks. What? That's it? Really? Alright then. You got anything to say? Nope, nothing to say. Wonder what would happen if I brought out Luigi. My man, Luigi.
Bye-bye.
See if she says anything different.
Luigi.
What's up? Nope, same thing. Okay. So that right there, you guys, is Super Mario Galaxy 2. You don't have to go and rebeat Bowser at the end of the game or anything like that. That was the final star. Okay, Luigi does have the homing style. I was hoping so. But if we pull up our star list, that is everything. This one actually has a gold crown. This is the only stage in the game that will not have green stars, and thank goodness they didn't put any in there, too. I'm sick of seeing those things, I tell ya. But that is it for Super Mario Galaxy 2. That is all 242 stars collected in the game. So for my next project, I've got one of them recorded. I'm guessing this is probably going to go up Thursday, which will be the 7th. Which, after that, we'll have Bowser Land for Mario Party 2. And that's all we've recorded. We might do Minigame Coaster after that. We're not really sure. So that means that this project is now completed, and the next one... Wow, we wasted 11 lives. The next one is about done. So the two I'm doing are about done. I've got one underway. I think I know what I want to do for the next one. I've got a pretty good idea of it, and now that I'm almost officially into summer, I have one final that's tomorrow afternoon, but after that, by the time this goes up, that'll probably be done. So I'm officially into summer now, so I'll probably be working on longer projects at this point. I'm going to try to stay away from Zelda, since I just finished Ocarina of Time relatively recently, and as for Mario, I'm going to stay away from the main series. I might do a sports Mario game or a... I might do... Oh shoot, what is it? Mario Party Advance. I might do that one, but I'm not 100% certain on what I'm going to do. So, thank you guys for watching. I've been stalling on this long enough. This has been Pimp Marthroy with Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy 2, and I will see you guys for the next project. Until then, stay bouncing on Toad's heads that are the same color as Luigi's. Thank you for staying supportive through all my projects, and I will see you guys for whatever comes up next. Take care.